Darry, this is a walkthrough of the CMF Watch Pro smartwatch app. We are running at 2.2.15 and it is December 2023. Okay, so there's some icons at the bottom which drive what you're seeing above those icons. This is what I would call the main status screen. You can click on these different widgets, I would call them, and go into more detail. But you can see you've got your steps, you've got the amount of time you've been exercising, you've got the exercise that you may have started on your watch, for example, yesterday, and you've got other metrics. If you click on, for example, the sleep, you'll see that it's got a history function, and looking at yesterday's sleep, you'll see that I didn't have very much sleep. It's 5 hours or thereabouts. Most of that. So that's the main screen, and these metrics are of course pulled directly from the watch. Remind you in the other video that you can set up blood oxygen and heart rate monitoring 24/7, and hence when you click on, for example, the heart rate widget, you'll be able to see that I've had a baseline of something like 40 something actually, and peaking up to sort of about 80 or 90 whilst getting up in the middle of the night, etc. Okay, that's the main status screen. This next one is if you want to start an exercise from your phone. I don't propose to do that. In practice, I would suggest that you would start the exercise from the watch directly. Here we have another configuration screen. So this is configuring the watch itself. Okay. So the first thing to look at is the faces gallery. I'll click on more. Then I'm going to show you the fact that these are all the watch faces that are available. And the ones I've chosen are here. They are stunning. Don't forget, there's also the option to have a very simple, always on display watch face. That's not shown here. And these watch faces are in addition to that. So normally, I would suggest to not have an always on display and only have this watch face. And you'd set the watch to switch the screen on as you raise your wrist. Common sports, this is to configure the common sports that are highlighted when you start the exercise app on the watch. So I've just got a short number so that I don't have a stupidly long list to choose from. Notifications, very important. Now this just simply filters what notifications are sent to the smartwatch. So in other words, this SMS is showing me that all SMSs that are received on the phone are passed on to the smartwatch. Now, what I wanted was to only have a vibration on the smartwatch, and I can do that because in Android, I can set the notification volume to 0 on the phone. So that means to say when the phone gets the notification, it doesn't beep, and the notification is then sent to my watch, and I've turned down the volume so that I don't get any beeps, and I just get a haptic vibration. Unfortunately, the vibration is not very strong, but it does mean to say that I can have a silent experience. So there's a notification list here, by the way. It's what they think you want to have a look at. And then if you click on more apps, this is the rest of your apps. And you may have hundreds of apps installed. Just going to scroll down to show you that I've got Amazon Shopping and I've got BBC Sounds set. Okay, so this is how you switch on or restrict the notifications that are sent to your watch. Call reminder. Contacts. So you can make and receive calls from the phone. If you're making calls, it would be handy to have a few contacts there. So you can, I have not tested this, but I understand you can add some contacts here that transfer to your watch, and then you can tap on those contacts to make calls. Health monitoring, this is where you can switch on the 24/7 heart rate and blood ox and the stress monitoring. You can also have reminders for you to drink water and stand up. Alarm, that's self-explanatory, set an alarm. In the more category, we've got these devices. So this is the configuration. For example, enable wake on wrist raise. Obviously I want that on so that when I lift my wrist, the watch screen is switched on, and then off in 20 seconds, or whatever you configure it to. These are some other obvious settings. Do not disturb, as example. And that is just about it. There's an update device whereby it will check whether the firmware on your Watch Pro is up to date or not. We'll just click it to show you that it is 11.0.0.47. And that is just about it. Well, there's a last screen, which is your daily goal screen. Which I've not actually changed this. Let's have a look. We can change that. And checking for updates of this app itself. Okay, so that concludes the walkthrough of the CMF Watch Pro app at 2.2.15. It's a fairly basic app, and some of the huge holes in functionality to me would be the fact that the data that's received from your smartwatch remains in this app. It can't escape this app. So for example, if you do a run, the information will be transferred from the smartwatch to this app whenever you start the app. But then you can't get that information into something like Strava. So it's locked inside this app, and that's not a good thing. Okay, Darry, I hope that is a good walkthrough, and thanks for watching.